What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Season 2. And in Season 2 of this Desert Empire, we have big news. Out of Duncanville, Texas, the 5-star Oregon superstar wide receiver, Dakorien Moore, has switched sides after that little duck hunting we went to go do, and he signed with the Arizona State Sun Devils. Welcome, Dakorien Moore, to the squad. You were the #1 player in the portal, and look at that! Just as we thought it was over, Malik Autry, the 5-star D tackle, has also committed to Arizona State. Coming into this team, there's going to be a lot of changes to that defense with him up front. Welcome. Who else we got? Okay, we got Darren Jefferson. We got another guard to beef up that line. We were getting hit a lot last year. A lot of things were... Oh! The strong safety. The hard-hitting free safety out of BYU, Faletau Satuala, choosing to come over here to Arizona State after we put that smack down over there on BYU. He comes to join the Desert Empire on that back end. The senior strong safety. One of the nation's top strong safeties, actually, in the country. We've been watching him very closely because we like what he brings to the table. And from UTSA, the transfer from Gilmer, Texas, the 4-star running back Will Henderson III, coming over here in this backfield, helping out Kyson Brown because Kyson Brown chose to return. Yes, Kyson Brown foregoed the NFL draft and return. And look at this. Quarterback out of Maryland, Malik Washington, the 4-star, 6'5", all-around quarterback, commits to Arizona State. Also, Arrington Maiden out of College Station, Texas, commits to Arizona State. Might have a quarterback battle. We'll see what's going on as Arizona State has to go into this new year without Cutter Boley, who's transferred to Baylor. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I've said it once, I've said it again. It is BoogTube. And after that national championship loss, kind of like Cutter Boley leaving, you know, Malik Washington takes over the helm, and a roster that is pissed off. When I tell you pissed off, we are taking no prisoners this year. That is the motto. That is what we're going to live by as Arizona State takes on Georgia Southern in the season opener, the home opener. If you're new, please drop a like and subscribe. Join the Syndicate. And if you're new, go tune in to season 1 and see how we got here. You know, we have a couple notable returns, such as Owen Long, Captain Arizona, Reed Harris, and Kyson Brown, the Heisman candidate, Doak Walker winner of last year, Mr. 2,000 yards, is returning. But ladies and gentlemen, the story of the night is Malik Washington out of Maryland, the 6'5", strong arm quarterback, seems to take over this Arizona State offense after Cutter Boley decides to transfer out of the program, which is a shocker. 1 game short of immortality, he transfers out. Anyway, let's get it started right here. Nice bubble screen to Antoine Humphreys, the freshman, the 5-star receiver, the #1 receiver in the country last year, coming out of high school, gets the first catch of season 2 of the Desert Empire. Handing it off right now to Will Henderson, who takes his first carry, only up about a yard or two. Nothing really crazy. Here we go. 3rd and 2. Looks like they might not be going to the run like they did before. Malik Washington can make those plays, and he does. A slant across the side to Reed Harris, who takes it all the way down to the 10. End zone touchdown. The senior captain, Reed Harris, in his return back to college football. After foregoing that draft, I'm proud of Reed Harris. And look at this right here. Wide receiver Ben Black showing out for his team in Georgia Southern. He wanted to put them on the map. He decided to stay there instead of entering the portal. So we'll see how he has an impact tonight as they take a handoff, brushed off. Oh my goodness. All the way down to the 30. Stamps is chasing. He's close. And he doesn't get there in enough time. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. For our second drive right here, we have Malik Washington handing it off to KB. Kyson Brown's first carry. Welcome back, KB. We missed you. We didn't get to see you in the national championship. You had a broken collarbone, and he missed that. So he wanted to leave on his terms, and he foregoed the NFL after an amazing year that would have obviously got him into the first round of the NFL draft. He decided to come back here as a chance to win a national championship, feeling like they were that close, and it was his fault that they lost. Anyway, 2nd and 4, Washington drops back in a big strike over the top to AJIA, the junior tight end, corralling that in right there. Another person that came over here that we did not talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is the tight end out of Oregon, number 9. Big run by Kyson Brown, who takes it down to the 18. But number 9, yes, you see him. It is Jamari Johnson out of Oregon, the nation's number 1 tight end, joining DeCorian Moore in the transfer portal and coming over here. And speaking of DeCorian Moore, getting his first catch and is bringing him into the end zone, celebrating with the fans in Tempe. Beautiful slant. He just ran over to the left side for 6. That was about like a 15-yard pass, like 15, 20-yard pass right there to the end zone. DK. All right. And Georgia Southern's going to come out here for their second drive of this quarter. Nice pass right there over the top, caught. But on that tackle was true freshman linebacker Jalen Tolson. Now, Tolson is starting at linebacker, even though we had a Dick Buckus Award winner in Martell Hughes. Hughes going, and speaking of Tolson, cracking him. Crack you in your shit just to see what's on your mind, baby. Woo! Big hit right there by Tolson, the 6'4" linebacker. As I was saying before, Tolson is coming over here to show out his skill that he portrayed a little bit in high school, but it's going to transfer over very well. Coach Book thought that's why he's starting at freshman. And as a leader, as Martell Hughes does, he came back and he decided to go to defensive end so Tolson can get on the field, which is very, very honorable. I don't really know why Hughes decided to do that for a freshman, but I guess he feels like it's for the betterment of the team. So I'm with it. You know, big throw there to the corner, a diving catch by Jamari Johnson, the sure-handed tight end receiver hybrid. Big run right there up the middle to Will Henderson, scoring his first touchdown of the night, first touchdown of his career, being over here in the Desert Empire. Big spin right there for 6. This game is so fast-paced. The Desert Empire isn't playing any games. They're trying to make a statement as they lost their last game and they don't like losing. And I know Coach Boog is very, very upset and holding these guys to a high standard. I know he's even upset that Georgia Southern scored that early. Oh, nice run by the... Oh, big hit! Oh, my God! Captain Arizona, Owen Long delivering a hit on the quarterback, jawing the ball loose, as that is the second fumble recovered by Satualu. Sorry if I butcher your name. We're going to get used to you over here making plays as Ant Humphreys gets a drag route and takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man, those linebackers are hunting, man. They are head hunting. 2 big fumbles by both Owen Long and Tolson. Tolson already making plays. this early on into his career. Slant across the middle to Jamari Johnson. Touchdown, Sun Devils. We're about a minute and 11 left right here as Georgia Southern takes over. Big hit right there by Owen Long again. Going crazy. I want to talk to y'all about a couple things. How the roster has changed and shaken up. Big notable players that left were our Lyric Rawls, Omarion Miller, Emarion Winston, and Kamari Anderson. Only person going to the league was Omarion Miller as they throwing it down to Bimmage and he jumps up and puts it on his head. Intercepted going the other way. Rodney Bimmage, the junior. Shout out to Bim right there, man, making a big play on the side, on the right side of the field, shutting that down. Yeah, Omarion Miller is the only person who went to the NFL. He went to in the 7th round. And another big thing is that Cutter Boley is gone. Yes, he chose to leave the Desert Empire once again. Reiterating this for people who didn't catch it early on, and he left and went to Baylor. So we'll see them in week 3. Big strike on the right side to Jamari Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, Malik Washington is having a hell of a debut. 10 for 10 in the first quarter. That is perfect. As Kyson Brown takes that down into the red zone. And that's the end of the first quarter, man. Damn, Malik Washington is showing out. The story right now, though, Kyson Brown in his return to football, 47 yards, 4 rushing attempts. He hasn't reached the end zone yet, but I'm pretty sure it's coming up soon, knowing him. Here we go, starting the second quarter, 5 minutes quarter. If you guys didn't know that, just for these new watchers, man, this season is going to be spectacular because these guys are playing with a chip on their shoulder. If you didn't know, they lost on the national championship last year after being a Cinderella story for majority of the way. Anyway, a strike across the middle right there to Ant-Man Humphries, giving the crowd a show. All right, back here at the end of the first, handoff to Kyson Brown, and he goes up the middle, and KB doing KB things to the 10. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Wow, KB doing KB things. Your favorite player's favorite player, Kyson Brown, taking it all the way down for the Sun Devils. Touchdown. Defense back on the field right here. Ooh, big tackle by Fatalau. I don't know how to say it. We're just going to call you the Tribal Chief because that right there looked like a Roman Reigns type spear. The Tribal Chief with a big hit. And Joseph Smith goes for the swat, but he gets mossed. Wow, puts it on his head. Dang. You can't be letting nobody from Georgia Southern go down there and put it on your head. Not being no starting receiver. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Oh, pass drop right there by the tight end going across the middle. But yeah, we're gonna call Satuala. We're gonna call him the Tribal Chief. Oh, big pick by Chance Rucker, and we know Rucker is gonna try to take this all the way, and he does. Rucker going from missing and jumping off sides to blocking kicks to in season 2, pick 6 in the first game. Offense out here 25 seconds before halftime, and that's a pick by the true freshman Jalen Tolson. Wow, Jalen Tolson with an interception. Beautiful coverage by him, and he's making a name for himself. A forced fumble and a pick tonight. Wow, That is a strong candidate for number 6 next year. Strike across the... Oh my gosh, right on the money to Jaron Hamilton, your Jet Award winner from last year. Touchdown. And ladies and gentlemen, in the second half, we're going to start off with the backups at D-Rob. Come on, man. Sophomore year D-Rob. Taking that all the way down to the 32. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to pull Malik Washington to the side and give him a little interview real quick. Malik, first game as a starter, 13 for 14 and 5 touchdowns. Man, did it feel as comfortable as it looked? Malik said that the guys around him made it easy. You know, his job was just to get the ball where it needed to go. But yeah, he's been waiting for this opportunity for a while. Malik, last thing they want to know was, did last year's championship loss affect how this team approached tonight? Malik said everybody remembers it, and they're not running from it. So that's just a lot of fuel going into this next season. Thank you, Malik, for your time, man. Welcome to Tempe and welcome to the Desert Empire, QB1. I'm going to take a moment post-game to give Jalen Tolson an interview also. And Jalen Tolson, you forced a fumble. You got an interception today. How much has Martell moving up front changed that opportunity for you? Well, it gave me a chance to get on the field, and that's all I wanted. Once I got it, I'm not trying to give it back. I'm not trying to give it to nobody. I appreciate that, Jalen Tolson. Welcome to the Desert Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for watching. Tune in for episode 2 as Texas A&M comes to Tempe.